My next question is for Riddhi. Hello, Riddhi.
Hi, Alia. Thank you so
How
much
are
for
you?
organizing this. It's a beautiful place and getting to learn so much.
No, not at all. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so Riddhi, from you, I want to know what are your top 5 tips for parenting in the midst of a pandemic? So basically, the last 2 years have just been like unprecedented times. It's been very strange, and especially one of the top conversations that we're constantly having is what children must be going through growing up in a time like this. So I'm really curious to know from you that how you think that's affected parenting styles across the board. So just share with us your journey and a few tips.
So, thank you for the question. What I feel like my tips would actually be the same, be the pandemic or without the pandemic. So, I feel that as parents, it's so important for us to educate ourselves. So, let's say if your child is pooping and the color of the poop changes, you have a tendency to blame yourself that what did I eat wrong that the color suddenly changed. The second thing that I would actually recommend parents to do is to not over manage their kids. It's called helicopter parenting. So you're constantly hovering around your child like a helicopter, and you're managing what they eat, when they sleep, when they wake up. And now we are so particular about the language that they speak. Speaking English has become so important. So I feel that it's very important that we give them the space that they deserve. So it's important to manage but not over manage. Just like seeds, like kids are like seeds. You give them the right amount of water, it's going to germinate beautifully. But if you overwater it, it's actually not going to germinate, and it's not going to be as beautiful as it is supposed to be. Third would be overprotecting. And when I mean overprotecting, it's very different from managing. Managing is like, you're taking in charge, because we have such big hearts, especially mothers. We have this tendency of rescuing them emotionally. So if our child is actually failing at something, we want to rescue them. We want to make them feel that kuch nahi hua beta, it's okay. Maybe the question was very difficult and that's why you didn't do that well in exam. So we're actually emotionally rescuing them. I think that is something that we should avoid. It's important for us to let them go through those failures, because that is what is so important for a child. Don't overindulge. When we were growing up, we didn't get a lot. And now we have this feeling that, I'm going to give my child everything that I didn't get it. Also for us to understand that if we cannot provide those things to our children, there's no reason for us to feel guilty, because our role as parents is actually to provide for their needs, like clothing, food, shelter, basic good education. In fact, I'm of the philosophy that even if you can, you should try and not overdo it. And the fifth would be to understand that, parenting is a lifelong journey. It's not ending anytime soon. Like, we still need our parents also still need their parents, and your child is also going to need you, because this world is so full of distractions. The only thing that can bring your child back to you are the beautiful memories that you can create for your child. Like, if you ask a child, what are we made up of? The 5 Panch Mahabhutas, like earth, water, fire, air and sky. Something we're never taught in the school. So I feel it's so important for us as parents to focus on things that, are really essential.
But thank you so much. I think I definitely learned a lot. Maybe I'm ready to have a child and inculcate these habits. Today has been quite a good lesson for me.